Understand counseling terms, misconceptions, beliefs, and the traits of an effective counselor. Understand how to prepare for a client, the intake interview, and understand the three-pronged counseling process, and be able to identify patterns of negative thinking. Know about the advantages and limitations to group counseling, the group structure, and know helpful and unhelpful statements in a group counseling process. Understand the stages of development in the CD-affected family and know the process to follow in a family or couples counseling program. As chemical dependency progresses in an adolescent, what is likely to occur? Be able to identify treatment elements as well as who should be involved in the development of an aftercare plan. Failure can accomplish several things, including promoting reflection, stimulate change, and teach humility. Know what the goals of personal growth examination are. You should know the RAS Code of Ethics, the scope of practice, the continuing education requirements, the role of the RAS, and you should know the 8 basic rules for surviving and being successful in the field of chemical dependency counseling. How are relapse and recovery defined? And when is relapse likely to occur? Know the factors identified which will assist in a sober recovery program. Spend some time going over this chapter on therapeutic counseling approaches, as there will be several questions on the exam from this chapter. Understand the components and characteristics of psychoanalysis, person-centered therapy, rational emotive therapy, behavioral therapy, and the 3 R's of reality therapy. There will be no questions on the exam from Chapter 32. There will be several questions on the exam regarding laws, ethics, and confidentiality relating to counselors, so spend some time studying this chapter. Understand the meanings of the terms in bold. Understand the ethical and legal treatment issues, such as transference and countertransference. Understand the confidentiality laws, as well as when a conflict of interest may arise. Understand the reasons for the tradition of anonymity in Alcoholics Anonymous and in other 12-step groups. Finally, understand the counselor's professional obligation to clients, other professionals, as well as the ethics of information that may be disseminated in publication and public speaking. Understand the components of the protections afforded by the Civil Rights Act, Age Discrimination and Employment Act, Americans with Disability Act, and the Equal Pay Act. Understand the variety of circumstances that may be deemed sexual harassment. Know what the EEOC says about sexual harassment and what it considers the best tool to eliminate sexual harassment in the workplace. And finally, 20% of the exam will be on the information contained within Chapter 35. So spend some time and understand this chapter. Be able to distinguish between the counselor competency standards of the 12 core functions and TAP 21. Know and understand each of the 12 core functions. Know and understand the 40 terms within the TAP 21 glossary of terms. And know and understand the 8 counselor competency criteria identified within the TAP 21 standards, such as clinical evaluation, treatment planning, referral, service coordination. In wrapping up the tutorial, remember all of the information that you need to answer the questions on the RAS exam is contained in the Manual for Counselor Competency. If there is a conflict between your professional experience and the material in the manual, answer the questions based on the material in the manual. Good luck on the exam, and good luck in your service as an addiction professional.